I did promise some Tiger talk. Let me mix it in here before we get back to your phone calls. It's pitchers and catchers report tomorrow, and they play the Yankees in 11 days. So the Tigers appear to strongly be settling in as the second best team in the American League Central. Most of the predictions, the over-unders, the win totals, most of them have the Tigers as the second best team in the Central. CBS came out with their power rankings today. They got the Twins, the 10th best team in the majors. The Tigers 23rd, Cleveland 24th, Kansas City 26th, and the White Sox 28th. So they're bunched together. They're pretty close. But it seems like everybody in that cluster of teams, shouldn't say everybody, but most prognosticators have the Tigers as the second best team in the Central. So any season, when projecting a season, you start talking about how it could go a little bit better than expected. Not even a lot, but just a little bit better than expected. What has to happen? Could Colt Keith be a Rookie of the Year contender? Yeah. Could Kenta Maeda return to his Dodger form? Yeah. Could the Tarek Skubal that we saw in August and September last year continue it into this year? Yeah. I mean, Skubal finished in September. He had a .9 ERA, and his whip was below 1, and he threw 30 innings and 5 starts. Before that, against a tougher schedule in August, his whip was still 1.16, and his ERA was around 3 against better competition. So some things could happen here that aren't a stretch where we could see this Tiger team being better than expected. You hope for nobody takes a step back. That could always happen too. I mean, Torque hit a ton of bombs last year, 31. Riley Green, what's next for him? There is regression that does happen at times. But, I mean, if you're going to regress, then, pull the plug on the season. There's not going to be, you just hope that your young players continue to get better. And I'll say this, I'm refusing to believe. After watching a lot of Jackson Jobe, minor league, just watch him pitches, that slider is so stinking filthy that he got a big league camp invite. We'll see about that, but I'm going to keep my eye on Jackson Jobe. So I'm excited.
Look at what the Orioles did last year.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the Tigers can do the exact same thing because the Orioles, that was a hell of a turnaround, but you need some young players to develop quickly, and Scott Harris seems to be, I don't want to say frugal, but he's very, to use Brad Holmes' word, intentional about the signings he's made. And so in baseball, we all know there's a chance, So, yeah, I'm excited too. I actually feel like there's something possibly going there. We could see the beginnings of, a run, right?
Yeah,
like a start.
There's some percolation that we need to keep our eye on. Is it gonna turn into a raging boil? Because the team has promise for the first time in a long time.